Across the American Southwest, water supplies are vanishing at an alarming pace, and Nevada sits at the heart of the crisis. A recent study published in Science Advances identifies the region, stretching from Arizona and New Mexico to Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and California, as one of only 4 mega-drying zones on Earth where freshwater loss is accelerating faster than ever recorded. The findings highlight how climate extremes and human demand are reshaping the Southwest, leaving communities increasingly dependent on groundwater even as aquifers run dry. Over the last 20 years, satellite data shows the lower Colorado River Basin alone has lost groundwater equal to the entire storage capacity of Lake Mead, about 28 million acre-feet of water. Researchers say 2 key forces are driving the crisis: decades of severe drought and overpumping of groundwater to make up for shrinking rivers and reservoirs. 3/4 of the country is getting a little bit wetter, but the southwestern quadrant is getting a lot drier, explained Jay Famiglietti, study co-author and global futures professor at Arizona State University. The study also revealed that while wetter regions in the U.S. are gaining some water, those increases are far outweighed by losses in the Southwest, producing a net national decline in freshwater. Globally, the pace of drying is just as staggering, with arid land expanding each year by an area nearly twice the size of California. For Nevada, these findings are especially concerning. Nearly half of the state's counties depend on groundwater for more than 80% of their supply, with several rural counties relying on it for over 95%. Yet, much of Nevada's data on groundwater availability is outdated, with water managers still using estimates made half a century ago. Meanwhile, state officials acknowledge that about 20% of Nevada's groundwater basins are being pumped beyond their natural recharge levels. The consequences extend well beyond water security. Declining groundwater threatens agriculture, reduces the state's capacity to adapt to climate change, and puts at risk ecosystems that rely on springs, streams, and wetlands. Nevada is home to 242 wetland-dependent species, 143 of which exist nowhere else. Without careful management, many of these species face severe habitat loss. The study also warns that global groundwater depletion is now a leading driver of sea level rise. Water extracted for irrigation often evaporates or runs off into rivers, eventually reaching the ocean. Researchers found that groundwater pumping is contributing more to rising seas than melting glaciers or ice sheets. Scientists say the 2014 to 2015 mega El Niño marked a turning point when hotter, drier conditions pushed communities to increase groundwater use, accelerating the crisis. Famiglietti emphasized that unless states act quickly to monitor, protect, and manage groundwater, the Southwest risks crossing irreversible thresholds.